Good day and welcome back to the Vitality Project. I'm Dr. Bob. Yesterday we introduced a painful comparison where we were looking at two pandemics, not just one, both operating at the same time. First, we have an opioid pandemic that's been going full tilt for over 20 years, with nearly 1 million deaths owing to this pandemic here in the US alone. Now, add to that COVID-19, obviously that's much more recent, also totally devastating in terms of lives, with over 100,000 people, as I report this to you, having died here in the US just in the past 3 months. Our homework yesterday asked that you come up with your best possible explanation or understanding of how these two pandemic catastrophes might well be related to one another, at least as they're manifesting currently right now. In order to do that, I think that we can be aided immeasurably insofar as we're able to step back from the canvas and get some objective distance. So we're looking at comparing these two catastrophes, seeing how they might relate to one another, and needing to step back to see how that's possible. You know, just this past week, I watched live on television. My friend Keith sent me a link to the video recording of the first privately funded manned space mission as it was taking off from Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral in Florida. I tell you, I watched it for quite a while, and the most powerful of all of it to me wasn't the takeoff. It was a shot well into the rocket ship's launch. It was as it moved into orbit, as the ship let go of one of its, I think, a stage 1 engine. What we saw is gave us an early shot from the astronauts' perspective, where they could look back to planet Earth. You could see the curve of the planet, the outline of our various continents here on Earth, the kind of the dreamy-like quality of the cloud layer, the atmosphere. As I was looking at that, I was reminded of my experiences as a young boy flying. I would sit side by side with my father as he flew in his private plane. And I was always amazed up in the sky with Dad, how tiny everything looked so far down below, cars and houses and so on. Somehow experiences like that as a little boy seemed to just kind of put everything into a different perspective. And I still have had experiences like that over the years, including flying over all 65 years of my life that remind me of that. We're just reframes everything. For today's homework assignment, I want to ask you to do the same. Can you reflect back on any experience that you may have had, whether it's near in time or a long time ago, in which, you know, the typical way that we're immersed in our day-to-day lives, where you receive kind of a springboard out of that into some perhaps radically new perspective, where the concerns that you have in your day, that if they were reframed in a novel, perhaps even transformative way. What do you remember? Can you remember what it felt like? And how did it change things for you? If not permanently, just at least temporarily. We're going to use this image of being able to see things from a different perspective as we move forward, connecting these two catastrophes, these two pandemics. And I think doing some reflecting on times that you've been able to kind of step out of your life and look at it more objectively will help us. So I hope you'll complete this homework suggestion, this homework invitation, and I hope you'll come back and join me tomorrow. Thanks for being with me today at the Vitality Project. Stay healthy, be well, and I'll see you soon.